And I'm going to add to 482. 482 is talking about Leonardo da Vinci and the Mona Lisa's X-ray and the MiDion X-ray. And for those who have been keeping up and subscribing, I appreciate that. Please keep up the good work. Pass it on to your friends and brothers and sisters. Let me show you. This is the younger Mona Lisa. And I'm going to show you when you have the X-ray in here. I'm going to show you how it's identical to the MiDion, the older Mona Lisa. And we're going to say right in here, right this little dot right there, which I'm going to blow up for you, on her face that you are not able to see, okay, with a $15,000 microscope I owned. Right in this area, you could not see these images in which are blown up from 100 megapixel phase 1 camera. Now this is the X-ray that was pulled out of the Mona Lisa. It's on the internet. This is what they found many years ago, and I'm using it, one of the pieces, for you to see. Now this is what I was saying that's microscopic on that face that you cannot see. You can't see him, you can't see him. That's an F, and it spells out Melzi Francisca and also spells out Sali. Found out last, because I see the big S, and you can see the A and L. But that's Leonardo da Vinci's trick. He's got two lovers. There's 3 ring circus in which they live together in the same home, and this particular one here, it spells out L. See, that's an L, that's an F, okay, for Francisca. Okay, and this is Leonardo, and it spells out Leonardo da Vinci, Sir Pierre, and all these fine little doodads. This is little feet, these are little legs, and it goes down, these are little feet, this is his torso of his body, and it goes on, and they're looking at each other. Okay, well, let me show you when you take this image and you overlay this image over the top, you're going to see that his nose, okay, fits exactly into this slot. Exactly, not just kind of, it exactly. And you'll see that these images here in this round circle also fit. On my previous YouTube, they also fit here and here. But while studying it, I'm going to do an invert for you. And here's the invert, and whoops, wrong invert. Oh yeah, it inverted. See how the nose changed to the V? See, I'll switch it back. Okay, I'm getting kind of a little quick and now pay attention to the nose, how it changes. See how it changed dramatic? Okay, so we're going to go back to the adjustment. We'll go back to invert, and you can see that turn there, how it does. Okay, you see this right here? Okay, when you overlay it, it's 100% match. Also, what's very, very interesting, if you take a look at these other particular words and names in here, here's this one that looks like a 4 with a slash chair zigzagging over. This particular area here, part of the 4's bleeding through, but this is absolutely 100% spot on. And you take a look and you overlay that, and you cannot even imagine. There it is, right there. Perfect fit. Now the 4 goes to here and then bleeds over, but that's what he does. See, it's got a bleed in here, and that's Leonardo da Vinci's trick with like invisible ink. And you take a look at this face. Okay, this face here also protrudes out to here. So we line that back up in here, and you see the face. You see this face right here. You pull it back down. Here's the face, and then here's the inner face. Leonardo da Vinci hid his work, but of course you can move this anywhere, but this is where it highlighted. So I wanted to make this a quick one. I can go continuous on all these particular areas, even with this lady that looks like with the rump and the head up here. When you pull it down, you can barely see her long slink, very lightly. It's not a really good sight for me to try to express it, but if you've been staring at these things for 7 years and almost 2,650 exact images, or images of sort of this, you're spot on. You also look at this shoe. I call it the shoe, which is a marking of one of his signatures. You put this on up, you line the piece back up, you put it right dead on, you move it across, and you can see the faded little shoe, which is his shoe. I'm going to be showing you on my next YouTube. Hopefully it's going to take me a while, not hopefully, it's going to take me a while to show you that there's a elephant of the same sort that's going to be located in this area that I'm going to be pulling up and showing you, which is almost virtually impossible to find. And also the owl that is hidden in here. I'm going to see if I can get that. Might have to go on a separate YouTube. It's very difficult to line these things up. It took me almost 5 hours to do this. So hey, with all that in mind, remember, this is one of his fine works. I mean, you have to be a brain surgeon to be able to paint something like this. Now, this isn't just one layer. There's 100 different layers in here. So every time I pull, you're going to end up with a different deal. See, it changes. So you really have to work. See how a face shows out of it? Okay, and that's also works the same thing as if I was to take this and overlay this on over, and then you can see how this and the face starts to bleed through. You see here, I'm kind of doing this. Okay, well, you can see dot dot dot. Watch, dot 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 dot. Okay, so that's only a small portion. He has the rest of it hidden. There's a lot of works they don't want you to know about. They don't want you to end up with a billion-dollar painting, and they want it all for themselves. The rich want to keep themselves only rich and go around and control the art market. And there's proof to that, because I've called a couple of places, and they all they do is they fight each other between special teachers and such, and think that so-and-so doesn't know what they see. You know what you've seen. I know what I've seen. How could anybody microscopically find anything or know what's hidden in this? How would you know that that's hidden microscopic in here to paint it? You didn't have the equipment 565 years ago. You didn't have it 400 years ago. You didn't have it 200 years ago. So what I'm trying to say, Leonardo da Vinci had his code. And you got to follow my other YouTubes, because in my other YouTubes it tells you of how part of his codes was done with numbers and with alphabets. And out of that part, it's probably only 1% of his find of his codes, but it's still a start. And you know, again, I may be an amateur, but I ain't blind. I see what I see, and you see what you see. And I've had nothing but thumbs up on this matter, and I really appreciate all the thumbs up. I need more subscriptions. I need more thumbs up. I need your assistance. I'm looking for financial support. And so if you can take that broken finger and subscribe, that would be wonderful. Wonderful. You would be doing me a wonderful favor. I take all the good comments. I'm going to mark it not for kids. I do have some other ones that are marked not for kids, just to hear some comments, and I love it. And with that, I want to tell you, please stay at a distance to stay safe. We had almost 200,000 infections between June 9th and June 10th from 8 a.m. to, from 8 p.m. to 8 p.m. on those days. It was like 66 or something like 1,000 in the morning and 126 in the evening. It multiplies pretty heavy, and it should, and it's for worldwide. So hey, stay safe, stay protected, and please don't hurt those fingers, but push those buttons for me. And God bless the whole world, the universe, and the heavens. And you have a beautiful, safe day. Amen.